Okay, we'll get back to Whatcha Drawin.
I don't like how you shoved your finger in me before we ended the last episode.
You know, sometimes you need a good fingering, and frankly, if you can't deal with that, well, I don't know why we're even friends at all.
I wish that when people said "frankly," it was more along the lines of like something that Frank would do.
Yeah, like Frank Lee in particular, like whoever you are, Frank Lee. Thank you for being the ass end of every what is it, ultimatum or whatever context that your name is being used in. We really appreciate it. We are not at all paying you any kinds of royalties though, because, well, frankly, it's not trademarked.
See, you said frankly.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Wow,
I'm reinforcing it.
Wow. What do they call that? Like full circle or something?
Full circle, like around the rim of the... Yeah, anyway. So I actually just toward the end of the last episode started inking, quote unquote, which you cannot see through the screen that we're using. Started inking my snake boy.
I drew a snake boy.
Okay.
Which sounds, I'm sure, a lot dirtier than it's meant to. But hey, take it how you want. If you want me to ink my snake boy, then
you wanna go out back behind the Arby's and ink my snake boy?
Oh God, yes. I got up this morning and all I could think of was like, God damn it, I just want to ink Gabe's snake boy, like right behind the Wendy's dumpster in particular.
Oh God. Yeah, I'll be honest. That's where we ate.
I think we mentioned that the last one. Did we mention that the last one?
We didn't say where we killed ourselves, but that's...
That is literally where we killed ourselves, which, Wendy's, thank you for making your delicious food. That's not an endorsement, by the way. That's just thank you, because I don't care how I feel the next day. I fucking love eating Wendy's.
It's so good. I'm so glad that they put one by your house.
Well, they've always had one there. It's just that, like, for a couple of weeks they were renovating, I want to say is the word, like where they basically like, oh, let's just tear down this old Wendy's and put up a new one.
I wish they would just renovate their iced tea machine, because that was
a clusterfuck.
That did
of trying
not
to get iced
be as
tea.
complicated as it was.
Well, I mean, it didn't help that it felt like, you go to a drive-through, right? And sometimes you're just like, why do I even need to have my window down? I feel like you're practically shouting at me, what's your order?
Oh, all right. Do we get our first clip? I hope we got our first clip. There's so many first
things there. But yeah, no, it's just like it feels like they're shouting at you. And then there are other times where you almost feel like they're whispering because they want you to lean in and just kind of start loving them tenderly or something, like a kicked puppy that you just have to hug. Which, by the way, don't kick puppies. That's just rude.
Well, you can kick your new puppy that you got, because that thing is a fucking shit dick.
No, I love Owen, but I would never cause him harm. As much as I want to throttle him at 6:45, 7 in the morning when I realize that I've gone to bed at 2 because I have no concept of time when I'm trying to draw.
God.
And
I guess that's another thing we should preface is, like, we actually do draw full time. We used to. That's something we could probably talk about. Like, we used to have like little office jobs,
which at a place that will not be named.
Yeah, I mean, for good reason. I mean,
I still want to be able to use that as a reference. I will hopefully never have to go work for another corporation so long as I live. But if I do, I don't want. Remember how I almost didn't get hired because I badmouthed not the company that I worked for beforehand.
Oh, I remember that.
But the contracting company.
Yeah,
because if you dangle the possibility of full-time employment in front of my face for 7 years and then tell me that it's just not going to happen, I'm probably not going to have some so nice things to say about you. And yes, I understand it's your business and your dollar, but righteously go fuck yourself. Anyway, but we used to do that, and go on, because I just kind of, as I do, rambled.
That's okay. You take the reins, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. No, like we were kind of. I've always thought that, and especially because I was told this time and again, that if you're going to do art for a living, you're going to be hungry and you're going to hate your life and everyone's just going to move ahead of you and you're just going to be like, what happened? And I was like, wow, you're probably right. Because, like, I didn't know how to appreciate what I was doing to to the extent where I am now, I didn't know how to kind of try and make money, like a decent living doing it. Like, and so I just like, well, I guess I'll just work in restaurants and just jobs that are probably just going to be short term anyway. And they all were. Like, they weren't really things that I was really happy doing. Like, I loved the people that I always worked with, but it didn't feel like I was really going anywhere.
Yeah, oddly enough, I felt like I was actually mostly going no place doing like retail and or office work versus, oh god, I hate that line. Anyways, and no, it was just a thing that I was trying. I didn't like the way that was coming out. In fact, I don't think I'm going to try and claw there at all. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make it pointy.
Okay.
But yeah, I always felt like for the longest time that, you couldn't do the art thing because it wasn't a great way to make a living, and that the best that
it's
you can
a waste
hope
of an
for,
education.
Yeah, a waste of education. Which, by the way, I actually fully admit I dropped out of college because there was absolutely no way. And granted, I have to put it in perspective. I understand now that there is a reason why they have you take all these required courses for everything else, such as more English, math, science, yada yada yada. It's kind of like a rehash and a bit more indulgence on the what you've been learning in high school, but just taking it to that extra level. But I mean, I was in college. I was like, great, I just finished high school. I'm done with biology. I'm done with calculus. I'm done with freaking every bit of school. I just want to focus on the art part now. And when that didn't happen, I dropped out. And I thought, well, great, now I just have to hope for the best in getting a manager position in an office job or in retail. And
just settle, basically.
Yeah, just settle. And no, I decided, fuck that.
But, I mean, also just to preface, if that's what you do, if you're a manager, at a fast food chain or an office or something, good for you. You obviously worked really hard to get there. I tried to move up the ladder because I personally thought that's what I had to do to make a better living. And if you're happy doing that, that's super cool.
Yeah, definitely. We're not bagging on people who are making it doing what we couldn't. Basically, I know that I kind of started the ball rolling on that for both of us when I was just done with it.
Well, it just wasn't for us.
Yeah.
You think it is, and it's just not for you personally.
It's just I don't need to have people yell at me with their first world problems all day, and I don't need to feel like it's my fault.
And a lot of the managers that I've had were so passive aggressive too. It wasn't I've had some really constructive bosses, but
definitely.
Oh, dude.
No, I don't want to name names because that's where it gets into funky territory. But no, I know what you mean. Excuse me, I shared a lot of the same managers as well. Granted, maybe not at the same time, but yeah. It was definitely you saw the difference in it. And that's just kind of sociology in general. I'm not even sure that's the right term to use there, but it's social behavior definitely in general. You put one person in a position of authority or power, and then you can feel really good about the people that you work with, or you take another kind of person and you put them in a position of power, and you're like, oh my god, my boss is the biggest fucking cunt rag I've ever had to deal with.
Yeah.
Pardon the use of cunt rag. I know that some people are offended by the word cunt, but
I mean, by now
I cunt help myself sometimes. So
I don't get it.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was just gonna say that people probably know by now that we have filthy potty mouths. By now.
From our potty mouth.
Yeah, my filthy party mouth.
Oh, well, I mean, however many dudes you want to suck off on a Friday night is completely up to you.
I never said I wasn't. Did you just out me as a homosexual?
I think you did that at the start of this conversation. You bitch.
But yes, we've been just kind of doing this now for about a whole year. You actually quit that office job that we had before I did, and so you were kind of
by about 2 months.
Yeah, by about 2 months, but it felt so much longer though.
I'm sure when not seeing you every day, because we used to live together at one point as well.
Yeah.
But not seeing you every day, not being at the coffee carafe or whatever you want to call it, because that's what it felt like. Cattle coming to the.
Oh, in the mornings.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call it the coffee trough.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, not having you in the kitchen in the morning.
I always walked the bus stops together and walked home
together
from San Francisco. By the way, we're in the Bay Area, so that way people, in case people are curious where we're doing this, we're in San Francisco Bay Area.
The San Francisco-ish area.
Yeah. I mean, we're not in San Francisco proper. I don't think I could live there again after all these recent changes.
God, I don't think I could work there again.
Yeah.
I mean, Alameda was nice. If any of you happens to know where Alameda is, there's.
I love living in Alameda.
If you ever come out to California and you're not from here, obviously, because why else would you be coming out here? But if you ever end up in the Bay Area in Alameda, there's one breakfast place that I would say that you have to go to, and I don't know their exact hours, but
I know what you're talking about.
Cafe Jolie. And maybe that's not even how you say it, because it's got all them weird Frenchy accents. And if you're Frenchy, whatever. But yeah, it's oh my god, probably the best Monte Cristo that I've ever had. The first time where it was
the
not
beignets.
like oh god, the beignets. Oh god, I would if I wasn't already kind of getting fat, which I'm working at, by the way, at the gym. Don't judge me.
Dude, there's probably lots of other people inspired about going to the gym right now that might be listening.
Well, they're not going to be doing it because I'm telling them about Cafe Jolie. In fact, if anything, I've encouraged them to pick up the fork rather than put it down.
Oh, dude, that's what I was about to say. I do want to get healthier and lose some weight. I think I probably have to drop maybe 20 more pounds. But I love talking about food.
Oh god, I know. I literally, okay,
so nice.
I love drawing, but I don't think I could ever be a chef, because if I was a chef, I feel like oh god, I don't even know the actor's name. That's a shitty X. I don't even know the actor's name. Fuck it. A really fat actor. I don't want to end up like a really fat celebrity. Whomever you want to think of. It could even be somebody that's not that fat by somebody's standards.
Or a fat one that's dead.
Yeah, or one that is clearly the result of eating too much food. And again, okay, I have to say, I'm not fat shaming here.
Heck no.
I like chubby people in general, and what I view as chubby is obviously somebody who hasn't been hitting the gym 20 times a week and is super lean and muscly, and he's like, I'm talking chubby people. You've got a few extra pounds that you're not actually ashamed of. And you know what I just realized, Gabe?
What's that?
We're almost at the end of the episode.
I know, I was looking at the clock.
Oh, well, I'm glad you were.
when you talk, I eventually steer away. I'm like, oh, what else is interesting in here? I'm like, oh, look at these numbers that are moving down from 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Okay.
Yeah, that was fine. Well then, okay. I guess we could just pick this up in the next session.
Yeah. So then, when we come back to Whatcha Drawin, we're going to talk about some fat people and how much we like fat people and skinny people and curvy people and sexy people.
And sexy. Oh yeah. All right. Next time on Whatcha. Bye.